On the behalf of Government Engineering College Banswara, I Dr. Sunil Gadwal welcomes you once again in online video lecture classes. As in the previous class we had discussed about solid fuel and the carbonization of coal to converting into corresponding coke material. In that particular topic we had discussed about Behaves Oven method, which is the old, and nowadays industries are not using that method because it produces a lot of harmful gases, also polluting environment, low yield of the products, and it is taking more time. So in place of Behaves Oven method, nowadays industries prefer Otto Hoffmann oven method. According to per day requirement of coke, we can modify the Otto Hoffmann oven. Plus the other advantage of these methods are we can recover byproducts, all the gases which in Behave Oven method releasing in environment and polluting, that also we can recover and do treatment. Along with that, carbon Sankhya 1 to carbon Sankhya 20, all the hydrocarbons we can recover in the form of tar, kerosene, heavy oil, diesel, petrol, hydrocarbon, etc. So this is very economical, cheap, viable method. So, and from the examination point of view, this methods very important. Every on and off examination you will get one questions from this topic. So hoping that today you will understood this method and able to answer the questions which you have to face in examination regarding Otto Hoffmann oven methods. So let's start the topic. This is the most developed and modern byproduct recovery oven method. The byproduct like coal gas, ammonia, tar, benzoyl oil, petroleum products and lower hydrocarbons, etc. are recovered by this method. The oven is heated exactly. Nowadays Behave Oven method has been replaced by Otto Hoffmann method. As we know the definition of carbonization, when coal is heated in the absence of air at higher temperature, it converts into corresponding coke. So in Behave Oven method, if we are not using extra fuel, just burning the coal, so some of the coal will work as a internal fuel, so that's why we are getting less yield of the coke. But in Otto Hoffmann method the definition is fulfilled by this method. So let's see how this is working. This oven Otto Hoffmann consists in narrow silica chamber. The dimension of the chamber is 10 to 12 meter long, 3 to 4 meter tall and 4 to 5 meter wide. As you can see here, this is 10 to 12 meter long, 3 to 4 meter wide and 0.4 to 0.5 meter wide. The chamber form is short of batteries, and this is the short of battery. This chamber is connected with the pipe with another chamber, and here two cast iron airtight gates are there, one upper of the chamber and another one is down of the chamber. So the number of chamber depends upon the per day requirement of the coke, and it may be from 10 to hundreds. The top of each chamber is provided a hole for charging the coal. Each chamber is further provided with a gas takeoff and refractory line cast iron door at each end for charging and discharging of coal and coke. One single oven is capable of vending 16 to 24 ton of coal in this oven. Carbonization takes about 18 hours. After carbonization, hot coke is quenched with water, that is known as wet quenching, or by passing inert gas, that is known as dry quenching. Nowadays, dry quenching is more useful. The yield of coke is about 75% of charged coal. So working. So how this Otto Hoffmann oven method works? So powdered coal is fed through the charging hole at the top of the chamber. The chambers are tightly closed to cut off the supply of air. By burning producer gas, the oven are heated up to 1200 degrees centigrade. As you can see in this diagram, this is the one column. So first we close this bottom column and open this upper cast iron gate and charge the powdered coal here, and one column will having capacity of 16 to 24 tons. So after fulfilling this column, we will close it, then open the another chambers, this upper gate, and we charge like similarly we have to charge all the columns. When all the column will fulfill, we will close this chamber also. From here we have to pass the producer gas, and that also air or the supply of oxygen. That mixture will burn here and it will release the heat. That heat will goes here, and these chambers are made of silica. This is silica refractory lining in this chamber, so the heat will not go out from here, and that will consistently increase the temperature outside of this column. So slowly the inner temperature of the column will also raise up to 1200 degree centigrades. And all the volatile matter, when this column will heat up to 1200 degrees centigrade, the volatile matter will in the gaseous form come from this pipe, from this first chamber to it will move towards second chamber. The second chamber and first chamber volatile matter will move towards third chamber, similarly to fourth chamber, and from here this outlet we will get all the volatile matter hydrocarbon in vapor phase. That we will do some treatment. Later on we will discuss in this matter, and we will recover all the byproducts. So the waste flue gases thus obtained before leaving through chimney gives their heat to cracker bricks, work to generate until the temperature reaches 1000 degree is achieved. Heating is continued for 11 to 18 hours, while in behaves over it is taking 3 to 4 days to convert all the coal into corresponding coke. So this is the full diagram of the Otto Hoffmann oven. As you can see here whatever the flue gases are coming, which consist of H2S, then tar, and ammonia, then naphthalene, benzene, and then HCN, H2S gas, then carbon synga 1 to 4 hydrocarbon, then 5 to 8 diesel, then 8 to 6 15 this petrol, then kerosene, then heavy oils. So this is the fractional chamber. By doing fractional distillation we will get all the products. So how this chamber is working: when these vapors are coming out from this pipe and enter in this first chamber where we have to spray liquid ammonia. So liquid ammonia will down the temperature of the vapor, and first highly boiling point material, viscous black colored material we will get as a tar. The tar we are using for the construction of road. The vapors which does not condense in this chamber will come out via this pipe and enter from the bottom of the second chamber, where we are going to spray ice cold H2O. This ice cold H2O will react, as we know that water can act as a acid or base, while ammonia is base. So here it will react with ammonia and we will get ammonium hydroxide, which we can use as a fertilizer industry. So the remaining vapors which are not condensed in this second chamber will come out through this pipe and enter in the third chamber, where we are spraying H2SO4. So whatever the ammonia is not trapped in the second chamber, that will react because ammonia is base and sulfuric acid is a strong acid, so it will make ammonium sulfate. This we are using as a fertilizer, and the vapors which are not condensed in this third chamber will come out through this pipe and enter from the bottom of this fourth chamber, where again we are spraying ice cold water and we will get in the bottom naphthalene. The remaining vapors will come out through this pipe and enter into the fifth chamber, where we are going to spray creosote oil or vegetable oil. So this vegetable oil will take the heat from the vapors, and here we will get benzene. The remaining vapors which are not condensed here, having low boiling point, will come here. So in this chamber we are keeping on the plates moist Fe2O3 as a catalyst. So vapors will move like this. So putting these plates will increase the reaction time, because vapor has to travel like this assay, and all the H2S and HCN gas will react with Fe2O3 to convert Fe to S3, which on oxidation again we will get Fe2O3 plus oxides of sulfur, which we will trap in water, and again we will get the sulfuric acids. So remaining the vapors will come out from this pipe and enter into the fractional column, and fractional columns are having around 200 meter heights, and here the vapors will get condensed, and as the height will increase, the low boiling points vapors will also get condensed. So from here we will get carbon संख्या 1 to carbon संख्या 5. Here we will get carbon संख्या 1 to carbon संख्या 4 hydrocarbon as a gaseous hydrocarbon, then here 5 to 8, then here then 8 to 11, then here 11 to 15, then here 15 to 20, then here more than 20 hydrocarbon, and which is a heavy oil. So this is kerosene, this is diesel, this is petrol, this is liquid hydrocarbon. So by this Otto Hoffmann oven method, we will get these hydrocarbons, poisonous gas, which we are eliminating in Behave oven method in environment. That also we can recover benzene, naphthalene, and tar. These are the useful material we are recovering by this Otto Hoffmann method. Hoping that this working you had understood very well, and the recovery of byproduct we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.